Elon Musk and his now ex-girlfriend Grimes have called it quits after 3 years. So there's a billionaire on the loose, a single billionaire on the loose.
Hey guys, welcome back to Drinks After Work.
It's Shannen.
Hey, it's Abby. Hey, it's Abby. It's not what you sound like.
Hold on, I need to put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Peter, the lights in here suck.
Hold on, I'm just so busy.
Okay, we need to stop. Okay, we thought it'd be fun to mock each other, but things are getting a little personal. Abby's about to start crying.
Oh my god. If I sound like that, just shoot me in the head right now.
You sound like what?
No, but I'm insecure about my voice.
You don't sound like that at all. Abby was yelling at Peter earlier though, because this is a new one, because her hands were in the frame and she was like, my hands are in it. I was like, your hands? I didn't know.
I'm gonna sit on my hands this entire
You have nice
episode.
hands.
Fuck off.
Oh
my nails aren't done.
Whoa.
That's why I don't want them. Oh, swear jar. Remember when we had that?
I have press on nails. That's the only reason why they don't look disgusting right now.
Press on.
Underneath, they're grimy.
Because you're just so busy. You don't have time to get a real manicure.
Oh.
Just kidding. Oh. Okay, welcome back.
At least I don't sit around all day. I'm kidding.
Spot the line.
Okay. Hey guys, thanks for joining. Thanks for tuning in. I'm sorry about that. We're feeling a little goofy today. I think it's because it's fall.
It's fall, y'all.
Spooky season is it's upon us.
If you guys are new here, I promise we don't act like this every week. But if you are new here, feel free to follow us on our social media if you want. No pressure. It's at Drinks After Work _ on Instagram. Also, feel free to join our private Facebook group of over 3,000 girls in the Boston area looking to make new friends and find new places to go get drinks after work.
Mm-hmm. It's a community of girls that are all looking for friends because people in Boston are mean as fuck. So.
They're not easy to approach, so we decided to make a cute little safe environment for everyone to,
super safe. We just want you guys to feel safe.
Super safe.
Okay. So we didn't record last week because we recorded twice the week before, so I feel like it's been a while.
It has. I kind of love but also hate when we do that because
I get separation anxiety.
Yeah, I miss recording. I don't have separation anxiety from you. I have separation anxiety from the mic and Peter.
She's like, I freaking just love the spotlight. We did see each other last weekend though. We went up to the lake. It was lovely.
We did. We went to your boyfriend's lake house and
it was nice.
It was so relaxing. Guys, I picked up a new hobby because I need all the hobbies that I can get to keep me from spiraling. So I don't know if you guys have heard of pickleball. It's like tennis, but easy. It's like tennis for dummies.
Yeah.
And somehow I am still not great at it. However, I spoke with my Nana because my Nana was a tennis star for like 40 years. Maybe more, I forget. And she was like, I hope that you are good like your Nana. And I was like, sorry to let you down. She was like, well, you can't expect to be good your first time. I'm like, thank you. That's the kind of positivity I need.
You know what I will say about you though?
What?
You are someone who is like a fun loser. Like you
Please elaborate.
Okay, so obviously it was your first time playing and you played against like Michael, who's like obviously like unreal at it and stuff. So like you did,
I wouldn't say unreal.
He was pretty unreal. Like he's pretty good.
He was good.
Undefeated for the whole summer.
Wow.
But you would like if you and Mystery Man lost a game, like you were still like, no, like I want to go again. Like you were like fun
about it.
It
was addicting.
I know,
yeah, I want to
keep
keep
you were
playing.
like having fun. Like if I play Michael, like so when we first met, I used to play tennis in high school.
No way.
I was the number one on varsity. No big deal. I wasn't very good. My school wasn't a great tennis school. So I was playing against girls who were one-on-one, like at schools going down south to play D1, and I was getting my ass kicked. A team. There was a tennis team.
Wow.
So anyways, I hadn't played in 4 years. I played Michael when we first started dating. He was like, oh, like let's like play tennis. And we did, and he was beating me. I was so mad I couldn't even look him in the eye. Like he was like, do you want to go like grab? I was like, bring me home. Like, do not look at me. Don't talk to me. Definitely don't touch me. You will never
don't touch
You will never touch me again.
Or a tennis racket.
I am such a sore loser, but you were like so fun. And I feel
Not
like,
a sore loser.
but it was like, we just had so much fun.
Oh my God, it was
Mystery
so
Man was
much
like
fun.
trying to leave and you were like, no, like we must play again.
Oh, he was so sick of playing. I was like, no, one more, please. Yeah, I don't know. If anyone knows of anywhere in the Boston area to play, please hit me up. Slide in our DMs or my DMs. I don't care. I'm about to buy the same exact racket thing not a racket. It's not a racket. It's like a paddle.
Yeah, paddle.
The same exact one. It's $80 on Amazon for
You
like,
already found it.
yeah, it's like
You're psychotic.
two things and then like 3 balls and it comes in this cute little travel bag.
Oh, and we could just walk around with our travel bags.
Mm-hmm.
Rain or shine, Abby will play. So
Freaking wacky into next week.
I will say though, I hope that someday when we're older and married with like children, we can have like martinis and like play pickleball on like a Saturday.
That's honestly, I think I need to move to Florida for retirement. Now I know why people do, because the pickleball game, the pickleball community is huge.
It goes all year long.
It's all year long and it's huge there. Everyone plays because it's a sport you could do your whole life.
So
my
true.
Nana didn't until she was like 60.
Okay, we have to move on.
We have to move on because I would talk about pickleball all day.
This is going to turn into a pickleball podcast.
I'm not down. No.
We've run out of
Try
content.
anything once.
Okay, but on to fun things. So
What's more fun than pickleball?
You
Anyways. Oh my God, what about me?
You're turning 26.
No, I'm not.
You are in a week.
A week from today of recording. I know. I'm a Libra if anyone cared.
No one does. I'm kidding.
I care.
I care about you as a person.
Well,
And
Libras are the best. So.
I'm excited. Are you excited for your birthday?
No, I hate my birthday.
Why do
and
you
know
hate your
that.
birthday?
Honestly.
It was the day that you were birthed.
Yeah, I didn't ask for that. No, but it's hard to believe, but like I think it's because I have social anxiety, but like I don't like being the center of attention.
Oh.
You feel like that's not true?
No, I don't know.
No, literally this past weekend. So fun fact, Mystery Man's mom, her birthday is October 3rd and my birthday is October 4th. So like the 2 most important women in his life have like the same birthday basically. And so we celebrated our birthday this past weekend because she's going to be on a trip for our actual birthday weekend. Mm-hmm. And like when they were singing the cake, I was like, oh my God, please don't say my name. I was like, please don't say happy birthday.
You don't like that stuff.
No.
I wonder how you and I can be best friends when like I'm such like a birthday
No,
hoe.
this is why this is why it works, because we can go to Miami and celebrate you all weekend.
But like I feel bad. I want to do the same thing.
No, you threw me an amazing birthday party last year.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, the brunch.
That was fun.
That was the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me.
Don't say that. Not true.
It's so true.
It was fun though.
You and Janine went all out.
It was fun.
And Caitlin and everyone else that was there. It was amazing.
That was fun, but I'm excited for this year too. 26 is like a good age. It's like a cool vibe. Like I feel like 25 was a lot of anxiety, like quarter life crisis, like what will I do next? I was like battling with severe depression. 26 has been a lot better. So
okay, something to look forward to. Yeah, another year closer to death. Cool. Guys, do you know anything new about Shannen? If you're watching on YouTube,
no.
You went back to the dark side.
Oh yeah. I was like, what's new about me? Nothing.
Your hair.
Yeah, true. It's like darker.
What do you mean? You're no longer blonde?
Yeah, I decided to go back to being a brunette. It's weird because when we started the podcast, I was already a blonde, so I feel like people don't realize like I was like this is my natural hair color.
Yeah, we are both natural brunettes, and we went on a blonde journey. Literally when COVID, it was like June or July of 20, what year? I don't know.
2020, something like that.
And now we're back.
Yes. But yeah, so our hairdresser, I know we talk about him all the time, but Gareth, he works over at Salon Ava Michelle on Newbury Street. He's amazing. Mm-hmm. He's so fun. He is like, I don't know. Like I always say this, like it feels like you're hanging out with a friend for a few hours. He is a therapist. Mm-hmm. He's a licensed, no, he's not. He's a licensed therapist. But if you guys go to Salon Ava Michelle and ask for Gareth and mention drinks after work that we sent you, you will get 20% off of your first service. So he does an amazing job. It is huge, especially
that's a huge discount.
Getting your hair done is expensive. So
even if you want to get a haircut, like 20% off your first haircut. Yes. It doesn't have to be like hair dyeing. It could be even a treatment, like a keratin treatment or whatever they do over there.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they do the Inca Glow, which is amazing. Yes. But he does an amazing job, so definitely go in if you're looking to get your hair done. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what else is new for us. I just got back from Nashville.
Yeah, I was sad without you this weekend.
I know. I missed you too. But I went, so one of my best friends from college, she moved to Nashville like 2 years ago. She just got married. So the wedding was in Nashville. We flew down. My best friend, Liv, from college, she's been living in London since we graduated. She flew out for the wedding and ended up being her birthday weekend. It was just like a really good weekend. So it was fun.
Wow, what are the odds that they fell on? Because like you haven't seen her in a minute, but then you get to see her for her birthday weekend.
Yeah, I know. It was so fun. It was honestly a blast. But like I do have something to say. Like literally, we're at the wedding. It was beautiful. It was at this really, really nice venue. And
aren't they all?
I don't know, all of them.
Oh, really? Oh,
I haven't been to a bad one. But I feel like they're out there.
They're out
lingering,
there.
Waiting.
Not ones that we're going to.
So we, the ceremony was awesome. We go inside. They have like the first dance, everything like that. People were doing the speeches. And like, I was getting a little teary-eyed for like the best man speech, which was kind of like funny. Like the maid of honor, Francesca, like she's one of my good friends. It was really cute. I got a little teary-eyed. Then the father of the bride comes on and he does a speech. I'm not kidding. You look around the venue, every single girl was not only crying, but like bawling. Sobbing hysterically. Like,
was it warranted? Was it really
like,
that heartfelt?
He was like talking about like giving you away, like walking down the aisle and like giving you away, like was one of the hardest but like most like amazing things I've ever done. Like, and like I was just like crying.
Was he crying?
Yeah, he like looked at her. He looked at her right before he started. He was like, "Oh boy," and that was just like I started crying right when he said that.
I know. I think I would have instantly just.
You know, like we all had like napkins. So like I literally like grabbed the napkin and like blotting my tears. I look to my left. My friend Nikki reaches out to grab her napkin, but Liv stole it to blot her tears. And she had no napkin, so the tears were rolling down her face. Meanwhile, all the boys are like, "What is wrong with her?" They're all sitting there like, "It's a nice speech," but like
men are heartless.
I know. We were all like hysterical.
Except for her dad.
And then they get up there to do the father-daughter dance, and like my friend Liv just loses it. She's like hysterically crying, bawling. She was like laughing while she was crying because like our friend Brenna, she picked that song out. Like she's like known that's what she wanted her like father-daughter song to be like ever since we were like younger. So we were just like crying. It's very emotional.
I love that.
But we made it.
But we made it. Yeah, it's supposed to be happy. No tears.
No tears. All right, drunk dates.
Okay, so this guy, Elon Musk, have you ever heard of him?
I'm so proud of you. Literally so proud of you for not referring to him as the Tesla guy. Yeah, or no, the Tesla man.
Yeah. Don't blow up my spot. Elon Musk and his now ex-girlfriend Grimes have called it quits after 3 years. So there's a billionaire on the loose. A single billionaire on the loose.
Fucking hunt him down, tie him up, bring him home to see mom and dad.
You can find him in Texas. So okay, so the only reason
he's probably like living in like some crazy like underground like space station.
Honestly, I bet it's public knowledge where he lives in Texas. I would love to see it. But basically his net worth is $194.6 billion. Like, I don't even know what I would do with all that. I guess go to space.
I don't think I would go to space.
No?
I mean, like, if I am just like a multi-billionaire, I could do all this dope shit on Earth. Like, why risk it and go to space and just like risk dying?
That's true. That's a good point. I mean? That's true.
So we digress. Anyway.
We digress. So I, took one for the team and I did a quick little Google fact check. He's only 50. He was born in 1971. He was actually born on June 28th, which makes him a Cancer, if anyone cares about that.
Every time.
Every time. But like he still has a lot of life to live, which means like he could easily get another girlfriend or a wife. Like
you could get a good like 50 years out of him.
Honestly, he will probably invent something to make him.
You're right. There's no way he's dying. Like the money he's gonna invest in like whatever
medicine. They won't let him die.
No.
But you want to know something weird that I found? So they have a 1-year-old son together. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce its name because it's like XYZWMLP. I don't know its name. It's wild.
I don't know how they pronounce it.
I don't know either.
I saw it written out and I was like, this is either really simple to say or really complicated. Do you know, Peter, how to say it?
No.
Okay.
It's wild.
It is wild.
But their son doesn't call his mom like mom or mommy. He calls her by her name.
Okay.
And he's literally 1 year old. Like 1 year old.
Oh.
Isn't that weird?
I wonder if they're like trying to like not I can't think.
It really makes you wonder what goes on in that house, like the whole dynamic. That's
like me.
strange.
Like my first word was like Linda. Like that'd be so weird. Like even calling my mom that now. Don't say it in a baby voice.
Sorry, I know. Ew, I didn't even know that I was doing it. Stop. I hope no one heard that. Peter, did you hear that?
I think I just saw you mouthing it. I was like, stop.
Okay, cool. Okay. Anyways. So apparently, allegedly, the reason why they broke up is because he has to be in Texas for work and she has to be in LA for work. So it just, what?
It's like these people are together for 3 years. They have a baby together. Like, and they're like, oh no, well, I had to be in Texas for work. So like, we just had to, like, it's obviously not true.
Oh, you think it's not? You think? Oh, okay.
I mean, like,
hot take.
All of a sudden, they're just like, oh, like we have to travel, so we're just gonna call it quits.
Well, long distance
that's such a stupid
hard.
PR answer.
If you guys, listen to last week's episode with Kat Wellington on, is long distance worth it? It's newsflash, it's not.
Okay, but when you're a billionaire and you can afford like a private jet to fly you around, and Texas to LA is not that far.
True. Okay.
And you have a baby together, like you can't just like make it work.
Okay.
He also,
you got me there.
If he's a like multi-billionaire, like hundreds of billions of dollars, don't you think like he's a little busy? He probably never sees her anyways.
That's probably one of the real. I don't think it's the distance. Maybe they're married, or they're not married. Maybe their relationship just sucked and it's just like not it.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he's on the market. So if you want to go prowl the streets of Texas, I don't know where exactly he lives. But yeah, I just thought I'd deliver that news.
Thanks, Abby.
You're welcome.
On to more, less disturbing, news. Tiger King, which we all unfortunately had to watch during the height of the pandemic when we were all suffering through severe depression and anxiety. Mm-hmm. It is deciding to renew for a second season, come back on Netflix.
I have a bone to pick with Netflix. Like, why? Why must you make us all be reminded of those times when we were in the thick of COVID?
Oh my gosh. Remember when Starbucks wasn't even open?
That was
sorry. I know we sound selfish. I understand that like everything happening was like extremely scary. I'm just trying to make some light of it. But like it was dark times.
It was dark times for a lot of different reasons. And I just don't understand, like when I think of Tiger King, I think of COVID, and nothing about that makes me want to watch season 2.
Yeah, that's true. It's almost like you get like a flashback.
And not that this surprises anyone, but I didn't even watch the whole season.
You didn't?
No.
I feel like it was one of those things that you can't not watch. Like an accident.
I didn't find joy in it.
It didn't bring me joy. It made me very disturbed. Like I would get like nightmares every night. It was like kind of freaky.
Yeah.
And sad. And I didn't like the guy like... Ugh.
Well, if Netflix keeps up with the shit, I'm just going to cancel it and go to Apple TV. Speaking of Apple TV, if you're looking for a new show, I'm just going to plug Ted Lasso. Have you, Peter? You like that show?
Yep. Although I don't have Apple TV. So I was only able to see the first season.
Oh.
Yes, second season is out on Apple TV right now.
I know.
He's saying he doesn't have it.
Well, how'd you watch season 1?
It was
kind of my sister like works for like.
Are you incriminating your sister right now?
So she got like the for your consideration pass for the Emmys.
Oh.
So we were able to.
I'll give you my Apple TV login.
Oh, sweet.
Oh my god.
Dope.
This is beautiful, guys. Wow.
Everyone needs to watch this show.
Everyone's obsessed with Ted Lasso.
Have you watched any?
Yeah, Michael's been like forcing me to watch it.
You don't like it?
No, it's not that I don't like it, but like I don't want to like it like out of spite. Because he hates Downton Abbey.
Okay, this is a larger issue than you just
I'm
not
like trying to
it.
pretend like I hate Ted Lasso, like hold out, like he'll like put it on and I'm like, not this shit again. And he's like, it's such a good show. I'm like, no, it's not. So like we like try to compete, like whose show is better.
Oh my god, it makes you cry happy tears. It makes you cry sad tears. Aww. If you want to cry, put it on. It brings you up and down through all the emotions.
And if you're looking to like just feel a little weirded out, watch Tiger King.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So I know this has been all over the news lately. We actually didn't record an episode like we said last week, and the week before we had a guest on with an interview. So we have not talked about the Gabby Petito case yet on the podcast. I feel like by this point, pretty much everyone in the U.S. like knows what's going on with this case. On the world, yeah. It's been on the news every single night. Every major news channel's been putting the updates on about the case. So for those of you that don't know, Gabby Petito, she's a girl in her early 20s who, her and her boyfriend decided that they were fiance, I guess, decided they were going to go cross country with a van, kind of live out of a van for a few months. And she started a, kind of blog. And a few months in, she ends up going missing. They have since found a body, which they've identified as her, and ruled it as a homicide. Her boyfriend, I guess, showed up back to Florida where he lives on September 1st, and like without her, didn't report her missing. Her parents reported her missing like 11 days later. He wouldn't talk to cops, and then one day his parents were like, oh, we haven't seen him in a few days. Since then, he has been missing, and he is a person of interest. So that is kind of where we're at with the case right now. But there's been like a few updates that have come out since then.
Yeah, I think I'll just start by saying this whole thing is just fucked up. Brian Laundrie, justice will be served sooner rather than later. I think this new character, what's his name? Dog the bounty hunter. He truly is a character. If you guys Google him, he was a TV personality for a reason. He's just quite a sight to see, but hopefully he's going to bring justice. I guess he has took it upon himself to find Brian Laundrie.
That's what I was wondering. Okay, so basically this guy is missing. Brian Laundrie is missing, or he's running, I should say. His parents said he went to like one location. They definitely like told the cops that he was going there, and like it wasn't true information. There was like I don't even know, like his like he like left like a note, but he's not there, and like people think he's somewhere else. He went supposedly he went live on his Instagram accidentally for a few like minutes or a few seconds where it looked like he was by a body of water. Like no one knows. So this guy comes in, he's a bounty hunter. Did he decide himself that he wants to get involved? Or like did the police like bring him in? Like, how does that work?
I mean, I think it's different with all like bounty hunters, but I think he himself took this like upon himself.
Okay. And then
there is a reward. It went from 20K to now 30K. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to collect that, because technically I Googled like what is a bounty hunter. Like obviously I know what it is, but I wanted to know like, are you actually employed by someone? And so he is. Like he's allowed to carry a gun and handcuffs, but he's not allowed to carry any badge.
Okay.
But he does work for...
Like he's affiliated with the police, but maybe he's not like an officer.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. So you said he had like a lead, right? Or people think he has a lead? Like on
yeah, as of today, as of Monday at like 5 p.m., they said that he has a pretty hot tip.
As to where he is?
Okay. A hot lead on his location.
And then he also went to the family.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very confused. I would love to know why he thought, knocking on Brian's parents' doors was like a good, like, yeah, come on in, have a cup of coffee. We'll tell you where Brian, like what, I would love to know like what his thought process was behind that.
He's like trying to question them, but then she like called the cops, right? Because he showed up and he's like technically not an officer. Interesting. Right. Interesting. Yeah, like we said, we record on Mondays, guys, so there is a chance that by the time this episode airs on Wednesday, there could be updated information. But I think the biggest thing that's just crazy with this case is just like how popular it got and how much it blew up, and like just what social media has done. Like it is just so crazy that the reason they were able to even like find the van in the first place was because of another YouTuber's video that they posted. I just think it's insane like how much social media has done. And I almost feel like a big part of it is just because like this girl was just, she was out, she was vlogging, she was like traveling the country. And I think so many people get invested in this so early. I think it's really awesome, but I do think that there's like a bad side to it too, where I'm like seeing a lot of people post like untrue things on TikTok, just like trying to get views.
Oh yeah, people are using this case for clout, and it's honestly sickening to see. I feel like every time I scroll on TikTok, there's a new conspiracy theory, and I do think some of them mean well, but I think there are other people out there that are just using this case to gain views and to gain followers, and it's like, have some respect for the family, honestly.
100%. They must be going through hell. They just honored her on Sunday with the memorial service. So
it was for the public too, like anyone could go.
Yeah, and there was like people like wrapped around the building. So there's been a lot going on, but I cannot imagine what they're going through, and I just obviously hope that they're able to find him soon. I know Dog said he was trying to get him by his 24th birthday, right?
Yeah, which is like mid-November.
I hope they find him before mid-November. Like,
I would hope so.
I'm actually curious to know like what is a typical like time it takes to find like a person on the run.
I don't know, but I have a feeling that they'll find him like within the next 2 weeks. Honestly, maybe within the next week.
You think so?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, because he can't be that smart. Like, how is he outsmarting like the whole country? Someone also made a good point. They were like, if he was in the US, how has he not been identified yet? Because every single person is looking for him and everyone has smartphones.
Well, everyone thinks that he's like in the wilderness. Like in the swamps or in like the woods, like deep in the woods. Because honestly, some of these like national forests, like they're there are, I forget what they're called, but like literally people who have never seen like civilization like live in the woods.
Okay.
So there's people out there that can survive in the wilderness.
That's a terrible thought. Terrifying thought.
It's terrifying.
I don't think you should be able to like survive in the wilderness. Like that's scary. But okay.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, obviously, we are, hoping for the best in terms of finding him and being able to bring some level of justice for her family.
Yeah, super sad. I honestly don't even want to get too deep into it because it's just like sad, and I feel like everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, 100%. But that's it for Drunk Deets.
That's a wrap. Okay, so one thing you talked about Nashville and you talked about a wedding, and I feel like she lives in Nashville, you said?
Yeah. So
did she have a bachelorette party there?
No, she didn't.
She didn't?
She didn't in Nashville.
Oh, okay. So I feel like that is, I guess if you live there, that's different. But I feel like everyone has their bachelorette party in Nashville.
Yeah. Okay. I was actually going to say that. Like literally all of Nashville is just like flooded with bachelorette parties. It's crazy. Like everywhere. It's insane.
I don't understand it.
All weekend we're out and every single group that we see, it like they, those like big, like, well, there's like the pedal taverns, which I feel like everyone does, but like they pedal around.
I think those are overhyped, overrated.
Yeah,
like,
because you're getting a workout while drinking.
I don't want to work out when I'm drinking.
No, neither do I.
I don't. I want to put in minimal effort when I'm drinking. I want to relax.
I'm also not coordinated enough for that.
But I'm also competitive. I want to pedal faster than everyone else.
But then I'll start sweating, and then
I don't want to sweat.
Yeah,
exactly. So can we cancel pedal tours?
Like, cancel the pedal taverns. Yeah. So there's those, but then there's also these like crazy, like huge buses that are like decked out, and then there's like the tractors that are like pulling a big like van of people. Anyways, all these bachelorettes are just like, they rent these like big things out and they go around the city, and it does look fun, right? And obviously like Broadway is like crazy. There's like that song called like Bachelorettes on Broadway. Like that's how like popular it is. And every single time you go anywhere, people ask like, oh, are you part of like a bachelorette party? And it's like, no. But
when did America decide that Nashville was the bachelorette destination? When is the next revote? Can we revote this? Because I personally, I like country music, don't get me wrong, but like I do not have any plans that, like, I want to go to like Vegas or like,
yeah, I feel like that used to
somewhere
be
cool.
I don't know when it became Nashville. You know what I'm thinking? I honestly think that if you go to Vegas or like Miami or Ibiza, which is what I want to do
I better start saving
for your bachelorette, I feel like you're kind of like putting out there like, oh, like I'm looking to freaking rage and like wear a bikini and like party and like whatever and like just freaking have an insane time. I feel like if you're like, oh, I'm going to Nashville, it's like, oh, I'm going to like a bunch of cute like country bars, listening to country music. Like I feel like it's like a fun like in between like vibe. I could be so wrong about that, but like whilst, because I feel like Vegas used to be the thing and now it's like Nashville.
I'm gonna say if any of my friends get married, get engaged, have a bachelorette party and it's in Nashville, don't invite me.
You don't want to go.
No,
you literally don't want to go.
Maybe it's because I've been to Nashville so many times, I've seen it and done it all, except I have not experienced it in a bachelorette party, but I don't want to.
Okay.
I there's so many other things. You can only like go to dirty bar after dirty bar for so long.
It is kind of fun though.
It is fun. Don't get me wrong.
I know what you mean.
But I just think
it's like super like selfless of you to like not want to go to someone's like bachelorette for that reason.
Selfish or
selfless?
Please elaborate.
I was kidding.
Oh. Went right over my head.
Selfish and selfless do sound way too similar though. But no, honestly, I was gonna ask you, what do you feel like about bachelorettes in general? Like the whole thing, the whole like 9 yards.
The whole, like having a bachelorette party?
Yes, like the whole, well, like not even having a party. Like going out and doing a bachelorette is one thing, but the way that it's freaking done these days.
I think they've become out of control.
Yes.
I think people spend way too much money. I think it's like a mini wedding for your girlfriends. Honestly.
It's
like
so
the
true.
amount of decorations and gifts and doo-doo-das and blah. Like, no. Like, who's getting married here? Like, are you marrying your girlfriends? Or, I don't know. I guess, like, the whole reason behind them is to, like, have one more last hurrah with your girlfriend, which I get. But, like, why do we need to go to Ibiza?
Didn't they used to not do Didn't they used to not do
Why are you trying to
bachelorettes?
suck me dry of all my money?
Didn't they used to not do bachelorettes? And like the boy would get a bachelor party and the girl would get a bridal shower. That's why it's called a bridal shower. So I am kind of happy that girls do it now.
Why do we need two? Why? Wait, that's such a good point.
No, I'm pretty sure back in the day, like when our parents were our age, I'm pretty sure the boy would get a bachelor party and the girl would get a bridal shower. Like I'm 99% sure that's how it used to be. Like
so
girls
this
didn't used to
is
get
like
a bachelorette
new
party.
Thing.
Yes, but like think
okay.
about how unfair that is. So as a girl, you get to sit around
and just
like open dumbass presents off your registry, and the dude gets to go off and like go to strip clubs. And it's like, oh, that was fair. So I do think it's cool that like.
So they were like equality bachelor party.
I will say I think it's cool that girls can now like do fun things too. I'd be probably pretty pissed off if I just got like a bridal shower and like Michael was off like gallivanting around. But I do think that they become a little cheesy and a little out of control. A few examples.
I feel bad for your maid of honor.
I think it's okay.
Bianca, I'm sorry.
I think it's okay if you like want to wear like a white outfit and show like, okay, like, I'm getting married. I think sometimes it's a little too much. And all of a sudden, like you're wearing like a white outfit and white heels and like a sparkly purse and a veil and a tiara and a fucking sash.
Oh, you
and
won't
like,
catch me dead in those sashes.
Like
nope.
The amount of times I've been in like Miami and like I see girls who are wearing like thong bikinis with like literally a white veil on. And I'm like, you're not getting married today. And maybe you shouldn't wear a veil at a pool party. Like maybe not.
You shouldn't wear a veil in public. It should be at the wedding and that's it.
Yeah, like the day of the wedding is
and
fine.
maybe Halloween if you're a dead bride or something.
If you're a runaway bride. Exactly.
Runaway, yeah.
But like I think any other situation is just like a bit too much. And it's like we also feel this weird urge to like brand ourselves as women. That like, oh hey, like I'm getting married, I'm off the market. I see girls these days, they're like have veils on. They have an engagement ring, which like I like to point out that men don't need to wear an engagement ring.
I never understood that. Like why?
Like a guy's like he could still very much be single. I don't know, creepy. And then girls will get like their like fiance's like tattoo, like a fake tattoo of them on like their butt. Like they're just like going off, like showing, hey, like look at me, I am taken by this man. But then a boy goes on his bachelor party. Is he doing any of that shit? Is he wearing like a white suit and like has like a picture of his fiance like on his forehead? No, he's just like going out like any other boy, looking completely single, going to party,
and going to a strip club.
Yeah, like a douchebag.
Wow. Things need to change.
I know. I don't know how I just that turned into a rant.
I'm triggered now. I'm not even engaged and I'm triggered.
Make mystery man wear an engagement ring.
Honestly though, I don't understand why they don't. Like,
I don't either.
I understand like you can't both have a ring at the same time of a proposal, but like we get engaged and then, you know, the next week we go get you your little ring and then, you know, you put it on.
It's true. I know. I agree. I don't know.
I'm triggered.
But I do think that like it's one of those things where like I don't know. I do have an issue with like sometimes I feel like girls out there, it's like they're like trying to find their identity and like they base it off of like a guy and that's it. It's like I'm blah blah blah's wife and like or I'm blah blah blah's girlfriend and like that's who I am as a person. Like I'm not my own person.
That's I'll say it right now. That's super unhealthy. like super duper unhealthy. I feel like it's always like those, you know what influencers, they're like the mom influencers that have it in their bio.
The
they're
mommy vlogs.
It's like mom of, and they tag their husband, and then it's like, no, I'm sorry, wife. No.
Mommy to Jared.
Ew. No, I'm sorry. It's wife of, and they tag their husband, and then it's like mom of, and they list their kids' names, and I'm like,
which I get. Okay, so I will say, like, I get it if you have like a bio thing going on and you're like an influencer, and then you put in somewhere like your husband and kids and it's cute, fine.
No, I think that's weird.
I do still think it's a little weird. But if your only thing that your bio says is like wife of Jared, and that's it. It's like you're literally telling the world, like, this is who I am. Like, I'm not a person.
Well, that's unhealthy because I think, at least mistakes that I've made in the past was like, you can't make your significant other your whole world. They need to be a part of your world. Like, you need to have hobbies and like passions and like a life outside of your significant other.
Yes.
Like, it should never be like, oh, like it's Abby and Mystery Man. Like, no, it's Abby and Mystery Man, and then there's Abby and Mystery Man. Like, it's not like
a package.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%. And I think like obviously
I'm my own being.
This isn't like hating on people who are like in love and like whatever. I genuinely think like when you date someone or when you marry someone, like they marry you because you are like a human being who has like feelings and a past and opinions and like shit that they've been through. So then to just throw all those things away, like literally every part of your identity, and be like, no, I am now just like a freaking extension of the person that I am with. Like, why? Like, you're.
Well, I think it kind of, not to get too whatever, but like, I think it goes way back in time where it's like women take the man's last name.
Oh, true.
Like, you are becoming them.
Did you know that process is like really, really hard, like to change your last name?
How do you know this?
I guess it like someone told me that it like takes like a really long time and it's like expensive and you have to like change like your like think about it, change
like
your name
a marriage
on, like,
license? Is that part of it?
You have to physically go in and change your last name. So you have to change your name on like your license, your passport, like all your documents.
Oh, yeah.
It's like expensive.
It is.
God, I don't want to deal with that. Speaking of like cringes, some things I'm not loving lately. I'm feeling a little triggered by some of the things that I'm seeing on Instagram.
Okay.
Some of the captions.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm not like a super judgmental person. I think I'm like so nice, super supportive. I don't like to go on Instagram and to see people comment or like make their caption of their photo. I understood the assignment. Like it's like a selfie.
They're bringing TikTok trends to the Instagram.
It's like a selfie of a girl, and the caption is, "I understood the assignment." What the fuck does that mean?
Okay, so do you have a problem with the whole saying or the fact that it's their caption?
I have an issue with like a little bit with the saying, and mostly about how obsessed everyone is with it, and the fact that it really doesn't make sense and it's really stupid.
I think like this generation below us is so they run with a lot of things. Like one thing run. They do not walk, they do not gallop or skip, they run. Like they take a saying and they beat it to its dead.
If you were to punch me in the face and I were to like, I don't know, maybe just like knocked me out, right? Like a casual little knockout, and I fell asleep for like, a few hours. I feel like I could wake up and like completely like miss the fact that there's a brand new trend and everyone is saying the same thing.
Yeah, no one's original these days. I will say though, it's the blank for me. That one I really don't like.
It's the insecurity for me.
It's the pumpkin beer for me. I just don't like it.
Or like, how it can be used like in a positive or a negative way. Like it's so multidimensional. Like you can like say it in a nice way, like, oh my God, it's girl, it's the boobs for me. Or you can say it in a mean way and you can be like, it's the sluttiness for me. Like,
that's true.
What? Why? And it's like we get so obsessed with like one phrase and you use it all the time and we beat it into the freaking ground. And then we're like, okay, we're going to find something else today.
You want to know a fun fact? I have how I'm like very particular about the notes in my phone?
Yeah.
Like I have notes for everything. I have a notes for Insta captions and I write them down as I think of them.
Mm-hmm.
So if by chance something, I have the perfect picture to go with that caption. I've never once used any
You've
of them.
never used any of them?
And every time I go to post a picture, I'm like, what the hell do I caption this? Like captions are so hard for me.
Can I tell you something? I have a notes for my captions too.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you want to compare later?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I feel like I'm always like trying to find something where I'm like, what is the perfect amount of like witty and funny and cute and fun and cool and like everything?
It's honestly a lot of pressure. That's why I feel like people are taking the easy way out and they're like, let me just steal this TikTok trend and bring it to Instagram.
But like it might be like cool for 2 seconds, but then I feel like it's like
overused. It's
like when everyone started quoting Ariana Grande, and I love Ariana Grande, but when her like Thank You Next album came out and it was every single girl's caption was thank you next. It's like shut up. It was like a picture of themselves. I was like, thank you next to what? To a picture of you.
I agree. Yeah.
Stupid.
It honestly, It's very hard. Instagram captions. There's a lot of cringy ones out there. But you want to know what I hate seeing?
What?
On Instagram? I shouldn't even say captions and just like in general on Instagram is when people include pet names for their significant other. Like, I feel like that's something that should stay offline.
Okay.
Like, keep that in private. You know, it's okay to have pet names. Like, I'm not saying that like I don't have pet names, but like I would never like post like happy birthday, insert pet name.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I think that's really cringy.
Especially when they're like creepy pet names. Like I feel like I saw a girl the other day on Instagram. I'm trying to remember what the caption said. It was like her and her boyfriend or like her and her fiance or some shit. And she was like, my little like snickerdoodle bear, like something so stupid that I was like, no, I don't want to see that. Like now I'm sick to my stomach.
I bet people say the same thing about like if they heard like your pet names and like vice versa.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's just something that should be, you know, like personal. Intimate and personal between you and your right though.
Girlfriend.
People are getting way too comfortable on social media. They're getting too comfortable. Like half the stuff I see is like couples engaging in what I would consider to be softcore porn. I don't necessarily like. I don't think I'm like a prude, but I don't need to see that. I don't think it's like I'm like, oh yay, thank God. Yeah. Especially when they have like children. I just think it's creepy. Like stop being creepy. No more pet names. I also just don't think I love pet names in general. I think they're a little creepy.
Really?
They're always like baby oriented. Have you ever noticed that? Like baby, babe. Like why is your boyfriend a baby? He's a full grown man. He's not a baby.
Oh, that's a hot take.
It's like creepy. Why are they all baby? Like baby. That's like super pervy. Like they're and also like people always say them in like a baby way. Like, hey babe. Like, hey baby. Ew. Why?
I think
is it like the Oedipus thing, like coming back? Like I don't understand.
I think it's because like when you see I don't know, the way I think.
Oh my God. What? I'm trying to picture what you're gonna say. When you see a baby, what?
No, like when I see a baby, I'm like, oh my God, you're so cute. I want to freaking punch you. You're so cute. Like I want to just like your cheeks.
I want to punch you. You're so cute.
Yeah, like it's like I forget what it's called. It's like something aggression. Like when you see something so cute, like you become aggressive. I just want
to like eat your face.
Yeah, and like. Like the way I feel about babies, like how cute they are, is like the same way I feel about my boyfriend.
But see, that's
so
it's
a
problem.
Oh, I'm just like, you're so cute. No,
like I get it. Like on some level, I do get it, but I just feel like I don't like it. I once broke up with a guy because he literally had this stupid baby voice. Like he talked to me like, "How's my little girl?" Like, and like he like talked to me.
Did
like
he talk to you like you were like he was your father?
Like I was
back when you were
a baby. No, like he literally was like, oh my little girl, like whatever.
You know that's a fetish for some people.
Ew, it was disgusting. And
maybe he had a fetish for it. I don't know.
Maybe, but like he probably thought it was cute. I thought it was literally revolting. I was like, I'm not a baby.
Did you have that conversation with him?
No, I just didn't have the energy.
You were just like, I gotta go.
I was like, I gotta go. Like nice it was great. I really don't want to get into like your psychological issues. I think I'm gonna go.
Oh my God.
I probably told him like I just like wasn't in like the place for a relationship and like had to focus on myself.
Wow.
The classic breakup line. I'm just like going through a lot right now and like just need to focus on myself.
Okay, so no pet names. We're gonna cancel pet names on social media.
One last thing about pet names, not to like ruin everyone's life, but if your boyfriend has a pet name for you, like that isn't like babe or whatever, like a classic one, and it's not something oriented around your name, like if yours was like Babby or I don't know, something
Babby.
There's a very high likelihood that he's used that pet name on someone else.
No, stop it. Don't put that in my head.
Think about it. No. First off, boys are not or unimaginative. There's no way they can think of more than one thing ever. And B, like boys are very lazy. I don't think they're gonna like think of a new pet name. I think they reuse pet names. Just like in Legally Blonde when he was like, what'd he call her?
I don't remember. Shit. You can't throw that on me. My memory is like
Pokey Bear?
Pooh Bear?
Pooh Bear.
Was it Pooh Bear?
Yes. He called her Pooh Bear. Pooh Bear. And then he was dating the other brunette bitch like a month later and he was calling her Pooh Bear. Like, I feel like that's a thing.
I'm going to go home and start a fight with Mystery Man now and interrogate him and ask if he's called any other girl what he calls me. So
I know what Mr. he calls you and I really hope he's never called another girl that.
It's not bad. It's cute.
It's adorable.
I think I'm going to go home and start a fight now. I'm triggered.
As if you needed a reason. She's like, I was looking to go home and start a fight tonight. I didn't know what it was going to be about. And thank you.
Now I know.
Now I know. You always come back from the podcast ready to start a fight.
Ready to start a fight. Shannen triggered me again. No, I'm always triggered. I've actually been spiraling a lot lately. Is that news?
No. I mean, I'm usually there when the spiraling is happening. So it's not news to me. But why? What's wrong?
Well, do you have a minute? I'm just kidding. So I don't know. So I feel like, not to get super deep, but also I'm going to get deep for a second. But so, okay. I'm in a happy, healthy relationship. Mm-hmm. And with that comes, I feel like everyone starts to gain relationship weight.
Oh yeah.
When you are in a brand new relationship. And that's something that is happening to me. And
the smile right now.
I know people are like, whoa, it's not that big of a deal. But for me, it is. And it's something that has been like, I know like I've probably made like little minor jokes about it on the podcast. Like, I hate how I look, like this and that, whatever. But it's like, no, I actually am not comfortable in my own skin. And it's like getting to the point where it's starting to affect like my day-to-day life. And like, it's starting to affect my relationship. Like it sounds so stupid because I feel like for the most part, like you might not notice that I've gained weight, but I've noticed that I've gained weight. And it's not like I've gained like 10, 15, 20 pounds. If I did, like, oh God, I hope, don't let me get to that because that won't be good for me. But it's getting to the point where like, I don't want to leave the house anymore, which is like so weird to say, but it's like, it's like getting to the point where I can't wear sweatpants to work, right? I can't wear sweatpants to go out to dinner. So I feel like every day I'm getting dressed and I hate how my body looks and all these clothes. And I'm the type of person where if I don't like my outfit, I don't want to go.
Right.
And I feel like that's very common for girls. Like you want to, if you look good, you feel good. So if I don't like my outfit, I don't feel good. And it's not even like I don't like my outfit. It's like I don't like how I look in that outfit.
Right.
And so it's getting to the point where I get put into these bad moods because I don't like how I look. And I literally would rather just stay home. And like this weekend, for instance, like Mr. Man, my boyfriend wanted to go out into the city Saturday night. And I was like, I really don't want to. Like, I was like, can I wear sweatpants? And he was like, no, Abby, no. And I was like, then I don't want to go. And we literally got takeout because I couldn't bring myself to like put on jeans. Like I was like, ew, like I hate how I look in jeans. I don't want anything to do with it. And it's starting to the point where like I'm starting to take it on him where it's like, it's not fair.
Yeah.
And he's like, Abby, like, no, you look amazing. Like you're beautiful no matter what, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, no, it doesn't matter. Like what other you people think. Like it matters what I think.
I will say though, and like, I know first off, like I'm so sorry you're going through this, but I will say like, it's going to sound so weird, but I am really proud of you because I do think that like, even though you're feeling like this now, I feel like you've made like so much progress.
Yeah. And I guess I'll preface with like, I've battled this my entire life, but I feel like I'm finally at a place in my life where, I can admit that the ways that I've dealt with this in the past might not have been the healthiest. Mm-hmm. And I know that. And now it's like, okay, well, I'm starting to gain a little bit of, relationship weight because I'm happy and like, I'm no longer sad. And like, I feel like some people you either when you're sad you either eat to cope with it or you don't eat at all. And I'm the type of person where it's like when I'm sad or upset or whatever, if there's something going on in my life that is not great, like I don't turn to food for comfort.
Right.
And I guess now it's like, well, there's nothing really wrong in my life. Like I'm happy. Like I have amazing friends. I have this podcast with you. I have a job. I have an amazing boyfriend. I have my family. Everyone's healthy, happy with all that stuff. So it's like, so why do I feel this way? It's like, well, I start to gain a little bit of weight and that starts to trigger me. And I want to go back to my old ways so bad because I know that if I did, it would be over in a pinch. Like I could like be back to, my normal weight but I know that my normal weight wasn't healthy. So it's like, I mean, this time last year, I was, fluctuating between like 110 to 115 pounds. And mind you, I'm 5'4". So I weighed myself every single day. And, every single day in the morning, because, you're supposed to weigh yourself in the morning after you pee. Like, you don't want anything in your stomach and whatever. You're never supposed to weigh yourself at the end of the day. And so I would do that. And if I would start to creep past like 112, I would start to freak out. I'd spiral. It would affect my whole morning. I just wouldn't eat breakfast or whatever. And then I would punish myself. And I'm like, and if I was 115, like, oh God, like my whole day is just, it ruined my life. And so this time last year, the scale just completely controlled my life and controlled my day to day. And I haven't stepped foot on a scale in I don't even know how long, because I know it's not good. And, I go to the doctor and I ask to look away. Like, I won't face the scale because I don't want to know. Because if I know, then I'll just spiral even more.
It'll make it, yeah.
Exactly. But now that I'm, I've gained, it's not like I've gained like 1 million pounds and like I need to buy a whole new wardrobe or everything, but like I just don't like how I look. And so I feel like, this time last year I might have dealt with it negatively, but I feel like right now I'm kind of just in a place where it's like, I know I don't want to do that anymore. I want to like figure out how to have like a healthy relationship with food. And like, I feel like so many people talk about like body positivity and, I feel like our society is like, you love yourself, love yourself the way that you, yeah. And it's like, well, that's not always the case. Like people wake up every day, they look themselves in the mirror and like, you might not like what you see.
Yeah.
And for everyone has their insecurities, but I feel like mine is something that, I could decide to like go back to my old ways, but I want to continue to fight. I feel like right now I'm not comfortable in my skin, but I'm in a better place mentally than I was last year to acknowledge the fact that, I need to figure out how to do. So I don't know. I guess my whole point is that, eating disorders are not like one size fits all. And I know that's like, haha, one size fits all. But it's true. Everyone has different battles and some may be able to recover from their eating disorder and they're fine. But for me, that's not the case. I feel like it comes in waves.
Yeah.
And it's always going to be a constant struggle for me. And I need to acknowledge that. Like, I've grown so much and I don't know.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with you. I think like sometimes, like in the culture we live in, like you see like girls on Instagram, they're like, I struggled with like an eating disorder my whole life, but then I started to like do X, Y, and Z and now I'm cured and now I'm fine. And I feel like there's always like this obsession with like, okay, like you're cured, you're fine, like you're fixed, like you're happy now, like you're good to go. And I think like, while that may be the case, like you said, for some people, like maybe some people like find something that works for them and they never deal with it again. But I think it's also okay to acknowledge that like it's different for everyone. And like for some people, like it is like an ongoing battle where like you might go through like peaks and valleys and like, times like seasons in your life where it's harder and like, or easier to deal with. And that's okay. But honestly, I think like the reason why I'm so proud of you is because I feel like this time last year, like you were just like such a different person and you were like so like being like your life revolved around, like you said, like food and like the obsession with like food. And like I have been there too and I got it. But I think it's so cool that like today, even like in general, you just seem so much happier and you're like, hey, yeah, like this is like, I'm wicked uncomfortable right now in my skin, but you're like not turning back to that. And you're like, I want to find ways to like try to improve that, like find like a middle ground where like I'm not just like, so uncomfortable in my own skin that I don't want to go out, but I'm also not just like restricting what I eat to the point where like I do want to go out, but I'm also like miserable. Like there has to be a middle ground.
Yeah. It's wild. It's something that, it started when I was a kid. My dad died when I was young and I feel like that kind of triggered it all. And then it would come in waves. So that was hard. And then I would be fine. And then, a breakup. Okay, we're going to spiral again. And then I remember I was good for a while. And then I got my wisdom teeth out a couple years ago. Like I think like 2018 or 2019. I got my wisdom teeth out.
Right around when like we started becoming friends.
Yeah. And I got my wisdom teeth out, and if anyone has gotten their wisdom teeth out, like that first week after getting them out, you can't really eat like normal foods. And in the back of my head, right before, I went in, I kind of had that fear that it would trigger it again. And I feel like because I almost manifested it triggering me, because it did. And so
because you like, when that week you weren't eating, you were like, okay, like I'm going to keep doing this almost.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, I almost became afraid of food then, because I was like, I don't want to hurt my wisdom teeth sockets and stuff. But then obviously I started losing weight, and I was like, oh my God, this is addicting. And so you kind of fall back into that spiral. And then I feel like I think it was 2019, I think. And then it didn't stop for like a year. And then I finally, I would say, like this time last year, I definitely wasn't great, but I think like this past spring is when I finally was like, I've had enough.
Yeah.
And I have slowly been gaining weight ever since. Not like a lot, but like enough to the point where it's like, yeah, you might look at me and you might think like, what is she talking about? Like, she's so skinny, like, or she's skinny, like she's insane, or I would die to look like her. But it's like, for me, this is something that like, I don't feel comfortable in my own skin. Like, I'm heavy for me. And I feel like that's what people like. Yeah. They're so quick to just like brush your insecurity to the side, because it's like, oh my God, I would kill to look like you.
Or if someone's like, well, if you're this, and like, what does that make me? And it's
exactly.
And I feel like it took me so long to realize that like, that's not an okay thing to say to someone.
No.
You know what I mean? It's because you have no idea what's going on in someone's head.
Right. And it honestly gets exhausting. Like if you think that like someone with an eating disorder wants to revolve their life around food and a scale, like they don't. And it's not just like as easy as like, oh, just eat. Like it goes a lot deeper than that.
I know. Yeah. It's so hard. But again, I do think it's like really important that like you're acknowledging it. And I also do think that like it's important because like you said before, I just think that there's like so many people out there that are like, okay, like I should be like past this by now. And I think it's like okay if you're not. Like, it's okay if like, I mean, like it's not okay in a sense where it's like, oh, everything's fine, but it's like, it's okay to acknowledge like, all right, like this is something like I'm still struggling with, or like this triggered me and like this is something I'm struggling with again. And I think like you have to like be proud of yourself that you can acknowledge that and be like, I don't want to be like how I was before, and like I want to like progress, but like progression looks so different for everyone. And I feel like it's not like, oh my gosh, like, okay, like I'm like in a better place and I'm good to go. Like it's not gonna always be like that.
Right. No, it's definitely been a journey. And I think, you know, it might be something that comes in waves. And right now I'm just going through it. And if you see me not posting, that's why. Because I literally don't want evidence of me out on the internet. And I can't even watch our episodes on YouTube.
Really?
I'm like, ew. Yeah. It's wild.
Wow.
I know. But if you feel this way, if you know, have struggled with an eating disorder, think, you know, you have an unhealthy relationship with food, just know you're not alone. My DMs are always open. Shannen's as well. We're always here to talk if you just need to vent. Because I know I feel a lot better just getting it off my chest, because I feel like it's something that like you can tell when someone like is insecure, I feel.
Yeah.
Because it comes out in different ways.
It's so true. Yeah, I also think what you said about venting is so important. And I do think that like sometimes just like having someone to like hear you and like not judge you is like part of the battle. So like Abby said, our DMs are always open. Let us know if you guys ever want to talk. If you're dealing with something similar, let us know. If you have a friend that's dealing with something similar, if you ever want to like meet up and just like hang out, we can do that, or not go out anywhere and just like stay in and watch Netflix. We can do that.
Where we can wear sweatpants.
Where we can wear sweatpants.
if I can wear sweatpants, I'm in.
I like what you're wearing today though. I was going to say the sweater. It's cute.
No, it's baggy.
I'm wearing a baggy shirt too. We actually kind of match.
No, we don't.
We kind of do. It's like a fall-ish. No,
Oh,
Peter's like, no,
side.
that you literally don't.
I'm tan and you're silver. Ew.
Don't say you.
I'm kidding. I'm fine, guys. But I just thought that, if anyone needed to vent, it was me. And thank you guys for listening. And that is all we have for this week.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Of course. I think it was something I needed to get off my chest.
I feel like we're going to feel better. Like, I feel like it's good to just talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm driving Mystery Man through a wall. I'm like, we gotta get all the snacks out of the house.
He's like, but these are my snacks. You're like, I don't care. Get them the fuck out of the house.
God, if you've ever walked through a grocery store and just wanted to cry and not know what to get, I feel you. You're not alone. And
we should normalize that.
Crying in grocery stores?
Yes. I feel like grocery stores are triggering places.
Oh, they are. I usually leave and cry in my car.
No, that makes me sad. All right. I'm not letting you to go to the grocery store anymore by yourself.
It's all good. It's kind of therapeutic in a way.
All right, guys. Well, that's all we had this week.
Yeah. Sorry to end on such a deep note, but we'll be back next week.
Sometimes it's important.
I'll be a whole year older. Oh. Maybe I'll be a year wiser.
I think you will be. A whole year wiser. We'll be back again next week. We just wanted to have a little bit of a real moment with you guys. I think it's important to do every now and then. But thank you for listening. If you have not already and you're listening to this on Apple or Spotify, please subscribe. Do you subscribe on Spotify? I still don't have it. I don't know.
You follow.
Okay, follow us on Spotify. Subscribe to us on Apple. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Do we have anything else?
Join our Facebook group if you're a boss and baddie.
Join our Facebook group if you're a boss and baddie. And we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.